we go. We're just about to get started.
Dyer's ban.
Alright, welcome to We Like Dota League Season 1, the Intergenerational. This is match 15 already, wow. And we have team the Dagon 5 versus Stressful Gaming. My name is Last Talon. You can find me on Twitter at Last Talon. Joining me is Pendy. You can find him on Twitter at Pendy_617. Hi, Pendy.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Radiance ban.
Let's get started.
Yep, and looks like we're going to get started with some familiar bands. That's another band for Razor.
And Viper. There we go.
Yep.
Still getting tons of messages. Oh, jeez. Glad I muted it. Oh, my. But yeah, it looks like they're using their time wisely, and it looks like we're getting some more traditional bands out right away this time.
5
Always good to
seconds
see
remain.
people. You know, means they're prepared. First set of bands usually want to get rid of ones you just don't want to play against, like that Terrorblade that we saw last time.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, Terrorblade can, if you don't know how to shut him down, he can get quite scary.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dire team are now picking.
And we've definitely seen that in the league so far. It gets pretty scary once he gets going.
Yep.
And he's hard to shut down later on, so you gotta shut him down earlier.
Yep.
Anyway, getting ready for our first pick here. Let's see who that's gonna be.
And that is the 13th ban on Death Prophet in the league.
And she's only gotten in once, right?
Yep, only gotten in once. So clearly no one wants to see a Death Prophet.
Yeah, if your plan relies on Death Prophet, you might want to reconsider at this point. And there's an Ogre match I pick. He's been picked a lot as well. Not very many bans on him either. You have the stats on that one?
Yeah, that's the 5th time and only one ban on Ogre. So
yeah, that's a lot of picks for him with no bans. So he's not doing the greatest, but I mean he's a pretty effective support.
Yeah. You and I were talking off stream actually about this Skywrath Mage. Now that's the 6th pick for him. No bans.
Oh yeah, for sure. Skywrath Mage is getting in a lot in this tournament. There's Omniknight. He's been picked a couple times. He's been pretty effective when he's picked, from what I remember.
Yeah, it's his 3rd pick. This will be his 3rd pick. He's 1-1 so far, but I think one thing we're seeing in the league, and one thing we should maybe look into is, I don't know
10 seconds to
how
pick.
you've seen it, but I've seen so many teams pick their 2 supports
5
first
seconds remain.
and not give away anything that they're looking for.
Oh, for sure. And that's definitely true. Oh, but here we have a Spectre coming out, though, so that's giving away a bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, for the Radiant pick here, though, we have the Skywrath Mage and the Omniknight. That's not giving a whole lot away. And it's going to be hard to figure out who their carry is going to be, who their mid might be. Their mid may be
10
Skywrath.
seconds to pick.
I would wager it's not, though, considering he was first pick.
Yeah.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Anyway, we should see the interesting bands coming out here now that we know they have Spectre.
Reserve time.
Yeah. Yep.
We have a Clockwork. That's good for the Spectre. It means that they can't, catch her off guard as easily.
Yep.
She is pretty susceptible to the cogs. The only way that she can really deal with that is she can outdamage, perhaps, because she has the nice Desolate. It's always great against someone who's by themselves trying to attack her, so she may be able to do that. The other way is she can escape using her Spectral Dagger.
Hurry, hurry.
And I have done that on many occasions. There we have the Silencer ban coming out as well.
Yep. 12th ban on Silencer.
Yep, for sure. In this case, though, I would say it's also a pretty effective countermeasure to the Spectre.
Only 10
If
seconds.
Spectre goes on someone, you can immediately silence, and that kind of screws up the entire defense from the other team that Spectre is trying to attack.
Time.
You know, you don't have anything to use against her now, and so I would say that's good. The other thing they could have done is they could have counter-picked Silencer. They could have put Silencer on their team and silenced against the Spectre.
Right. It's going to be interesting here. I think you're going to see another off-lane ban. I think they're really trying to set up Spectre potentially in the safe lane and try to give Spectre the best game they can. And, I mean, arguably Void does play well in the off-lane.
There's the Void ban. And
that's also number 12 for the ban on Faces Void.
Oh my, yeah. He's getting a lot of bans too. Don't make your plans around him. He's got that stigma about him that he's a really good
10
pick.
seconds to pick.
Yeah.
No one wants to give him up.
5
coming into
Hurry,
this match,
hurry.
there were only 3 heroes in our meta that had double-digit
Radiant team are now
bans,
picking.
and they are all banned here: Death Prophet, Void, and Silencer.
Oh yeah, and this is match 15 already, so that's
Dire team
saying
are
quite
now
a bit.
picking.
That's a good percentage of the games.
Yep. That's the first Wind Ranger. First
There,
one.
Yep, there we go. We were talking about that before the stream started too.
Yep. Yep.
Very good that she's getting in. She's very effective in a lot of cases.
Yep.
I always like to see her. She puts some good plays out with the shackles and the power shot.
Yep. I like it for, I think at this point you may be wanting to think
10
about
seconds to
escapability
pick.
if you're stressful gaming.
Oh, for sure.
Thinking of ways that
5
you can
seconds
get out
remaining.
of these big engagements that it looks like TD5 want to have.
Reserve time.
So Wind Run is definitely a nice way to get out of things.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm not sure who watched. I actually just remembered the Spectre. I played Spectre actually on Whispering with Cheeks, the last one we did.
Radiant team pick.
We ended up losing, but I feel like we did pretty well overall. It was a long game. We put in a good effort, I think. Just throwing that out there. I just remembered related to Spectre in some vague way.
Yeah.
We do have the Centaur Warrior being picked up, so it looks like they are going with that strategy of having an offlane, and they don't want to have a good offlane against the Spectre, so...
Yep.
It looks like that's what they're going for.
Only 10 seconds.
That's 5th pick in the league for Centaur.
5
Only one
seconds
ban,
remain.
so he's seen quite a bit of action.
Oh, yeah.
But he is only 2 and 2,
Reserve
so equally
He is-
effective and ineffective right now.
Yeah, so far he is kind of that classic off-lane hero that you keep seeing in this league.
Yep.
I might, the Wind Ranger could be a nice off-lane here.
I was actually thinking about that. I mean, especially at this point. Oh, hello, Necrophos.
Oh, there we go, and that's
Pick.
maybe going to be their mid.
Yeah.
They did pick mid first, if that is the case. On the other hand, he could be a carry. We haven't really seen who's going to be their main carry yet.
Yeah, that's true. But
And if
on
you're
the
going... Oh, go ahead.
on the Wind Ranger offlane, just real quick, if you're gonna say Skywrath and Omni are the supports, then Wind really only has one spot where she kind of fits in,
10
and that would be the
seconds to
offlane.
pick.
So,
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Totally agree.
5 seconds.
I was going to say, if
Hurry,
you're doing
hurry.
the Necro carry, though, you want to be careful because he's going to fall off long before
Reserve
the
time.
Spectre falls off.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was saying the last time a Spectre got picked, I think, Spectre doesn't really have a fall off. She goes on and on and on forever. There's no one that really lasts longer except maybe Medusa. It's just those two, really.
You know what I kind of would like to see in stress? I would like to see the Necro mid, and I'd like to see a Naga. I'd like to
Naga would be
see
cool.
a one-position Naga go up against this Spectre. I think that's probably one of their best chances, I think, if anyone on their team can play a good Naga.
Yeah, and I feel like their plan right now is to have either Necro or Skywrath go mid, depending on who Dire picks as their mid. And,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what it comes down to, I think. They have a good two heroes, they have different strengths, and they can harass people in different ways depending on who the other mid is. And I think that works out really well for them.
Yeah.
Ooh, and a Rubik pickup. That's
Radiance bound.
pretty good. He may have some trouble stealing spells. There's a lot of high mana spells for Skywrath and Omni Knight, I think, and Rubik has some mana problems a bit earlier on, but we'll see. They do have some good spells that you want to steal and use on your teammates, though.
Only
like
10
the-
seconds.
Excuse me. I think I just screwed up that
5
sentence, but,
seconds remain.
but like the Omni Knight you want to use on your teammates, the Skywrath ones you don't want to use on your
Reserve
teammates,
time.
but,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's definitely a decent pickup. I think the Rubik, but I think this is a Rubik game where you might. There are other spells. There are other spells outside of ultimates. I think that Rubik could really use to help out his team in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Does,
And I mean, then that's kind of what I was trying to get at, like the purification or the repel
Right,
you can use from
right.
the Omni Knight on your teammates. I wasn't even
Right.
really thinking of Guardian Angel, but that's actually a pretty good one to get to, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could, but if
And the power
Only
shot is really
10
good. The
seconds.
shackle is really good to steal.
Yeah, the shackle would be
5 seconds. Hurry,
would be pretty
hurry.
brutal.
The concussive
Radiant
shot is
team
pretty good.
pick.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, like all of the Skywrath spells are actually pretty high in mana cost because they're meant to be spammed.
Right.
Except for your ult, of course, which is meant to be a huge whopper to just drop on someone. But
Right.
all of them cost mana, considering how they're meant to be used. We have the PA ban and the Brewmaster ban. So it looks like they're both trying to ban out some people who are better at
10 seconds
being
to
like
pick.
some more mid-game carries here. Mid to late game
5
carries.
seconds. Hurry,
Yeah.
hurry.
The Radiant
Again,
possibly.
I'm just really hoping
Reserve
for
time.
this Naga.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
I agree. It would be really fun to see. The Radiant also possibly trying to ban out more mid-type heroes because they don't have that on Dire yet. The Rubik could maybe mid. I remember you were talking to me about the Ogre Magi mid strategy
Yeah,
before.
Root Gaming has been using that in the summit, and I mean they've been using it very effectively. But it's pretty unpopular, and I'd be
Yeah.
very surprised if that's what we saw.
I feel like it can also be pretty difficult to pull off correctly. So
Yeah, yeah.
we have a Jakiro as a support, so that's probably going to be another
Dire
safe lane
team pick.
support maybe. So maybe maybe it's just going to be a Skywrath Omni Knight Jakiro safe lane, and then Necrophos mid, Wind Ranger off lane.
Yeah, lanes are very interesting for Stressful right now.
Or they may have someone completely roaming.
Yeah,
Not sure.
yeah. My only question is who directly is going to compete with Spectre?
10
And yeah,
seconds
and that's
to
going to be the
pick.
problem here, I think. I don't think they have people who come online and are effective enough to
5
shut down the
seconds
Spectre
remain.
before the Spectre comes online.
And I mean, okay, yeah, Jakiro, you could
Reserve
potentially
time.
be looking for a little push, but who else is going to help
Only
you push
10
at this point?
seconds.
You know,
That's very true. The
I'm
Wind Ranger
just-
has a
5
bit.
seconds remain.
With her ult.
Oh, there's the mid.
There's the mid. There we go.
Yep.
So this could be very interesting. We could have a very aggressive mid lane here, I think, depending who goes
Yes.
mid.
Yes,
But-
I would agree with that. Zeus, this is only the second time that he's been picked up. He's never been banned in the league, so
Yeah.
interesting pick there.
Yeah, I'm always very fond of the Skywrath mid, to be honest. I really like that. I know a lot of other people don't really even think of it that way, but it's pretty effective, and it's very a harassy type mid, and so is the Zeus. So if they go against each other, that would be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, I would agree.
Anyway,
would
it looks
agree. I
like
think-
looks like Dire's taking some time to figure out their lanes here. Oh, and Spectre has that new set. Ooh, very
You have
pretty. I
about a
like this
minute
one.
to enjoy not dying. Savor it.
It's a bit flashy for me. I wouldn't want to use it myself, but I do like it.
It's pretty nice. It is pretty nice.
All right, we have Zero on the Omni Knight. He seems to be going mid, or perhaps he's placing a ward. Did not expect this if he's going mid, and it looks like he is. If we look at the map here.
Yeah, that's going to be an Omni Knight mid, boys.
And we have dual lanes coming out. We have Delta Cubes on the Wind Ranger. And we have Jakiro with Groovy Domo, it looks like. He's normally Groovy 10, I think.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's going to be a bit of a harass and a bit of a push with that Liquid Fire pickup right away. Looks like they're going for the double block in that lane. We have Omni Knight. He did place that ward, I think, over here.
30 seconds to
But it looks like
it's
Skywrath
not-
may actually
yeah.
be the mid here. They may have
Yeah, I
made
think
a
that's
last minute
what's gonna
change.
do. Yeah.
And we have Sentry on the Skywrath. He is going mid.
Yeah.
And we have Basanacat on the Necrophos. It looks like he's going to do a dual lane bot. We'll see how this ends up going, though. We have lots of people wandering around still on the Radiant. Anyway, I need to get to the Dire. The game is about to start and taking a long time here. We have Evil Potato Guy as a solo offlane on the Centaur.
begin the
Just like we thought with that one. We have 3 people on Dire here coming to the top rune. They're ignoring the bottom rune. The bottom rune looks like it's a regen. We have Sniper Pinoy on the Spectre. She looks like she's going top with a tri-lane. We have Status Quo. I assume it's Status Quo. On the Ogre Magi. And up here we have Koru on the Rubik. So that's going to be a pretty hard tri-lane. We have that lift and we have the stun from the Ogre Magi right away. Those are going to keep the Spectre extremely safe, give her that chance to farm that she needs.
Yep, there's that early point in Liquid Fire, though, going to work already.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, we do have this Omni Knight mid. I did not expect this, especially against the Zeus. I assume the idea is that he can heal himself up when he needs to.
Yeah.
So
Well,
even if Zeus harasses, he's not too afraid.
Well, Zero definitely has been the guy to watch on Stressful Gaming, average of 12, 3, and 9 so far in the league. So
Yeah, has he played Omni Knight before?
no, he played Weaver and Ember Spirit in the first two matches.
So it looks like we're going to have maybe a carry Omni Knight going on here. We'll see. We do have the bottle coming out on Zeus already. We have action going up on top here. It looks like we're invading the jungle a little bit to try and take out the supports. They are pulling, but it looks like it's not going to work. The Ogre Magi is too tanky.
Yeah, I think that they're trying to zone out the Ogre to keep him from pulling these creeps, and I don't think that Jakiro's going to be able to get it done like we talked about. Ogre's pretty tanky.
Yeah, for sure. And he has tons of regen with him if you look in his inventory. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Haste.
Yeah, we have Zeus already grabbing those runes. He gets a haste. And he's used that haste, it looks like, to grab a regen in his bottle in addition. So he's getting some early regen going with his bottle there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good on him to pick up that regen rune. Normally when you see a regen as the first rune, it's really a waste. But if you can get a bottle before 2 minutes and
Jeez,
get it up there,
definitely an early bottle, and you can see that he didn't get much in order to do that. We have a lot of harass going from the Omni Knight and the Zeus, but he's just going to bottle that back up.
Yep. Really Soul Ring there on the Omni Knight as well.
Yeah, and that's definitely a very carry type build, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we're seeing carry Omni Knight going on here.
Yeah.
We'll see how that turns out a bit later. Lots of Liquid Fire going on the Dire team here. Definitely using it to harass. Everyone looks pretty low.
Well,
and
if you...
Someone just messaged me. I'm actually not... They can't hear me in game again, and I'm seeing that now my thing isn't popping up. I'm being yelled at my game plan is out of date too. Let's check here. I mean, open mic is on. Let's check. Okay, I fixed it. It's working now. Sorry everyone who didn't hear me before. You can hear me now, I assume.
Yep.
Hopefully that fixes it. I don't know why the Dota client does this. What were you saying before?
So, well, I was going to tell you to check out the last hits and see that Necro is getting it done, and Spectre has 5 last hits.
Oh my. Yeah, that's not good for the Spectre. She's having trouble.
Yeah.
Spectre did not get a Quelling Blade, and that's something I almost always get on her. She has trouble early on getting those last hits. She doesn't do a lot of damage early.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of action up there right now.
Oh my, let's check that out. Rubik may go down here. He salves up.
Nope,
Lots of harass coming out still, though. Liquid Fire going on the Spectre.
Yep, Skywrath had rotated up there. We've got Zeus rolling in as well.
Yeah, we have Zeus
and they're
trying to hang out here.
Zeus.
Oh, they're going to catch him out. Nice
trouble.
shackle.
Yeah.
He does pop a lot of stuff on the Wind Ranger. He ended up dying to neutral creeps. That was great. Wow. That's Satyr. Oh my.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
Satyr neutral creep does not show up in the fight recap. Disappointed. We need that implemented here. He was a big part of that.
Oh man. That was a nice play there, because he was first blood. I mean, all of the teammates were still up near the tier 1 tower.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he was shackled and...
So, first blood to neutral creeps. We'll see who gets first blood on the Radiant and Dire, though, still. And they're popping everything they have on this Ogre. He looks like he's going to go down. And here he goes. First blood goes to the Wind Ranger.
First blood. The Wind Ranger gets there first.
And this is an interesting aggressive offlane we have going on here. Definitely warranted, I think, with that Spectre. They want to keep her farm down.
Yeah, I think it was a great decision because it's obvious that the Necro is doing fine. He's in the lead of last hits. He's 29 and 2. So rotate that Skywrath up and continue to shut down the Spectre, who has only 9 last hits, almost 6 minutes in the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And meanwhile, this carry Necrophos is getting solo farm. Where's the levels? I'm trying to find it here. Hero level. There we go. And he's catching up there. He's almost level 6, which is the max level for anyone right now. I mean, he's doing pretty well for himself, I think.
Yep.
I mean, the lane is even pushed out. He's not even having trouble there. It looks like we have action brewing up at top here. Got pings going out. People are drawing
Zeus
on the map.
rotating in. Zeus is rotating from behind here.
Yeah.
And
Looks like
again,
they're
he
pulling
might
these
get
creeps.
caught out if they turn around. Now,
Spectre's going to come and help too. Spectre does have a point in Desolate, so this is going to work pretty well, I think.
Oh, good.
Oh,
there.
and they're definitely... That was definitely a good rotation from the Zeus there.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, it was.
he was very, very good help there. The Spectre... Let's see, how is the Spectre's gold change? 310 extra gold for the Spectre. Pretty good amount of experience too. So that's going to help the Spectre out. Spectre looks like she's going for an early Radiance. I had a long discussion with a friend today, or not today, the other day, about Radiance first on Spectre. And at least I came to the conclusion that if you can get a Radiance like under 15 minutes or 20 minutes maybe, it's worth it. Otherwise, you don't want to get it that
Ogre's
early.
going down.
Yeah, Ogre goes straight down.
I carry a hammer.
That was a good body block there. I'm sorry to interrupt you. That was a
Oh,
good
no
body
problem.
block there by Omni Knight to secure that kill on Ogre.
Yeah, we have the Spectre going to hide in the trees here. Always a good decision when people are going to try and gank you.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so on your Radiance, I agree. If you're gonna rush an item, in my opinion, if you're gonna rush it, then you have to take care of your timing, because the problem is you let go all
Dire
these,
have
you know,
fortified
tier
their
1,
towers.
tier 2 things that help your stats and help build, maybe help you farm faster. You just skip
Dire's
right
bottom
over them,
tower has
and
been denied.
that can definitely
Bastards.
put you actually
Radiant's
further
middle
behind
tower
than,
is
than
taking
trying
damage.
to rush something like a Radiance.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing I was kind of saying with my friend is
Radiant's
that,
middle tower is being attacked.
in my opinion, that doesn't happen enough. Like, if that's your strategy,
top
it's going to be
tower
hard
is
to do.
under
It's hard to
siege.
get that early farm as Spectre. It takes her
Radiant's middle
quite a while
tower
to be
is
good at
taking
farming.
damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, I mean, if you look, her reliable gold is 310 at this point. Her unreliable gold is 16k. So, or not
Okay,
16k, 1.6k rather.
I want to
Can't
point
even
out something that is kind of, in a way, funny. The Centaur is not rich. He's broke. Okay, if you look at you know,
Oh yeah.
net worth, he's broke. However, because Necro has 41 last hits, and this tower has been pushed out so much, Centaur is already level 8.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Dire's
he's been
middle
soaking
tower
up
taking
all
damage.
this experience, but just getting no farm.
Yeah, and that's what you use for your offline. I mean,
Yeah.
he gets experience, tries to prevent the enemy from getting experience, meanwhile, or not experience, gold, rather. And meanwhile, you're getting ahead in levels.
Healing and
I would
Looks like
like
action going on at mid here. Lots of spells being used here, but no one dies.
Oh.
Everyone gets pretty low, though.
And Omni's in a little bit of a... Yeah, there he goes. I was about to say, he didn't have... had to use that soul ring to get some mana to heal himself there. I'm going to be interested to see what TD5 are able to do with this first use of Stampede. You
Yeah,
know,
that should be interesting.
See if they set things up. With Zeus rotating top, I wonder if it's could be coming here.
Yeah. He
Dire's
has been
middle
rotating
tower
top
is
at all,
being
or a
attacked.
lot rather. He wants to help out that Spectre.
Yeah.
And that's a really good decision. Your Spectre is what's going to win the game for you. The sooner you get her online, the
Exactly.
better.
Yep.
But he's going back to have to defend against this Omni Knight. This Omni Knight's pretty powerful, and he's being pretty good at pushing with that Soul Ring and that Purification.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have rotations coming in on the Radiant here. They're gonna help push mid here.
TP's coming in. Let's see, is
Dire's
Rubik,
middle tower is
Ogre
being attacked.
coming around top.
Dire's
And that's good. You
structures
want to
are
have that Spectre
fortified.
continue to farm up there. She's
Yep.
a bit behind in creep score, but
Yep.
she's doing well for herself. She has the poor man shield. She has not gotten the Radiance, it looks like. Maybe she's decided to take a different
Okay,
direction with that.
Now, Skyrath and Windrunner have gone up top, maybe knowing that everybody is mid, and they may be looking to go on the Spectre, but Spectre is doing the right thing. It is just babysitting right by the tower.
Yep, she's
That's
just
good.
hanging out. She does not have the ability to turn on them at all by herself yet.
Yeah,
And
that's
they will
really
definitely get a kill on
good
her.
map awareness there from Sniper, knowing that he needs to be careful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Jakiro's looking. They're giving up a lot of time looking to try and go on this Spectre. They know how important this kill would be.
Oh yeah, for sure. And here he
There we go.
tries to get the ice bath off. Does not, but the shackle does. They're gonna go on her. They get her to half health. She's running straight into the trees. They have no way of chasing her any further though. They're gonna try and
Now,
zone
they
her
have
out.
no idea where she is.
But
No
she goes
clue.
and hides in the tree. She does not have that quelling blade, like I said before. She's
No
gonna have to
TP.
wait
No
to get
TP
back
on
out of there.
Spectre.
Yeah.
But now they're in trouble. Zeus is rotated.
Illusion.
Oh my, the Zeus may go down here. He's ticking, but he's not gonna go down from that.
God's wrath.
Oh, and Jakiro goes down.
And Skyrath is already down.
Rubik ends up getting the kill. Spectre had barely enough mana to get off that next Spectral Dagger. She's out of mana now.
Yep.
Everyone's low. They're gonna run back.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good fight for the Dire, though, I think, though.
Was.
They turned it around quite well.
Another point here, if you look at levels, because they have devoted everybody to this tri-lane and this aggro tri they're trying to run, none of those heroes are level 6. I mean, Spectre would have been dead if there had been a Mystic Flare.
Yeah, Mystic Flare or, what's the one Wind Ranger has? It's,
Focus Fire.
Focus Fire,
Focus Fire.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
either
that
one.
that itself would have killed her if you saw how low she had gotten.
Yeah, either one. But because they were all up there in that top lane,
Even, I just thought of it, the Macro Pyre through the
Yeah.
trees would have killed
Yep.
her. There would be no escape, because the Macro Pyre.
yeah. But because they were, so focused on shutting him down and got
Dire's
this
middle
tri-lane,
tower
they
taking
just
damage.
no levels.
Yeah.
And with those kills, Rubik and Ogre are now above them. And so
Yeah.
Ogre now with the early point here at level 6 in multicast. So overall, that was some very good exchange for TD5.
Yeah, and let's actually take a look at that XP graph while we're at it. I mean, yeah, TD5 much farther ahead in experience. Looks like Spectre is going on someone here. She's gonna try and get this Skyrath. Skyrath gets the
there's
ult
a-
off, but it doesn't do enough damage. It hits quite a few people. She's gonna go on and try and get this Jakiro as well. He's gonna TP out just
Yeah,
in
he got
time
out.
though.
Yep. Whew. Wow.
But I mean, that was almost a kill.
Yep.
And the Spectre is getting farmed off it. She just got to 1.2k gold from that. Her supports are keeping her alive. They just gave her a shared
Dire's
tango.
middle tower taking damage.
Doing pretty well. The Centaur is doing some damage control at top here now that the tower's gone. But he's starting to get his farm, it looks like. So that's pretty good.
Yes. Yes.
Rotation's coming into mid to defend this tier 1 tower mid.
Yeah,
Dire's
that's the
top
thing.
tower has been denied.
Necro has completely abandoned that lane, and now he's up top. So
I mean-
that's gonna let Centaur catch up a little bit.
I mean, at level 9 though, and what's his... I haven't checked his net worth. Let's check that too. Level 9 and 4.3k net worth. He's doing pretty good. I don't think he needs to stick in lane anymore.
No, there's no doubt. The only negative that comes out of this is you are allowing Centaur to catch up a little bit. But
Yeah, but
that's
meanwhile, I mean, look at the work they're doing while
Oh, yeah.
Centaur's out of the game, essentially.
oh yeah, exactly. I mean, they've got 2 towers down. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely not a bad situation for Stressful Gaming. They've got 2 towers down. Omni Knight is at the top
Dire's
of
top
net
tower
worth,
is being
followed
attacked.
by Necro. Spectre did not have a good laning phase, so I mean things are definitely going well for him.
And we have them
Radiant's bottom
chasing
tower
Rubik
is
here.
being attacked.
Centaur out goes off for escape here, it looks like.
Yeah.
They did get the Mystic Flare on the Rubik. Did not do enough damage to kill him. He got out of it pretty quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
But they're going to rotate and take out this mid
Dire's
tower, it
middle
looks
tower
like.
is being attacked.
Yep.
Anyway, on the same
Dire
note, like I
have
was saying before,
fortified
the way
their
they're going to win
towers.
this is to come online early. And that's what they're
Dire's
doing.
middle
They
tower
have to do it
taking
before the
damage.
Spectre gets anything. Here comes the
Dire's
first
middle tower
taunt.
has fallen.
Let's see who she ends up going on. She gets 2 with her Spectral Dagger. Looks like they're going to chase into the tower. They're going to back off, actually, before.
Yeah.
They're pretty safe under that tower with 4 heroes versus 4
Yeah.
heroes. It's going to be hard for them to get any work done, but it looks like they're going to have some good counter push. Tower did go down, so they're not going to stop that.
Yep.
And it looks like Spectre has abandoned the plan of getting an early Radiance. She has now a Robe of the Magi and a Bracer. She's probably going for a Drum, it looks like here.
Yeah. Which, that's one thing you have to survive on Spectre if you're going to make a difference in the late game. You have to be alive.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
It looks like we have a disconnect coming out here. This isn't good. Here we go. Good
that's
pause.
Jakiro.
Just wait till he gets back in. And it looks like, ooh, they almost killed him right before, too. That's not good. I won't kill him, he says.
Right.
Sure. But he
Okay,
did just use
back
his
to
ult, it
killing
looks
each
like.
other.
He's not going to actually be able to kill him. He's getting away anyway.
Yeah.
Good pausing, good, what's the word, sportsmanship, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
No having these unpausing fights. No one wants that.
Yeah.
And we have the Blink Dagger going on to that Centaur, so he's starting to come online, it looks like.
Yeah. Now I think at this point the game plan in some form or fashion, I think from TD5 needs to be, all right, let's get on the back of Centaur. Let's try to get some room. Let's give space to Spectre. Let him farm, and let's survive the next 10 to 15 minutes on the back of Centaur blinking in and Zeus ult.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, the Spectre is getting her farm. Let's see what's coming on that courier. Yep, that drum recipe, it looks like we have. I think she needs to get some items for damage coming to her now, though.
Yeah. Now
Because if
at
she
this
isn't going
point-
that Radiance, she needs some kind of damage item to boost her damage. She doesn't do enough naturally.
Yeah.
Looks like people are grouping up mid too. There is no Dire tower here. They're probably going to want to try and get that Radiant tower in return. Dire has not taken down any of Radiant's towers at
Every
this
coin
point,
helps.
so that's creating a lot of space for the Radiant here. Here comes this
Ooh,
first
Wind
stomp.
Ranger.
Quite
Wind
a
Ranger. Yep.
spree.
Nice.
Wind Ranger straight down. Very good play by the Dire there. Oh, we have more action going off. We have some sprinting through the jungle, I
More
guess.
death. Own it.
Yeah, it's where did Jakiro fall? I missed that. Where did he go down?
Oh, yeah, what happened? Let's check. It looks like Spectre ended up killing him outright by herself.
Yeah,
So
up
she's
top.
starting to get online there. She has quite a bit of damage as a result.
Yeah.
And I assume that's what the Stampede was for there. I assume it was to help that Spectre out.
Yeah, that would seem to make sense.
Yeah.
Well, Omni just picked up a
Oh my,
Sanji
and
Yasha.
Zeus takes out Skywrath result.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah,
siege.
but they're gonna pay for it. That's gonna be
Rubik
Zeus
goes down,
and
Zeus goes down.
Up
Yeah,
immortality.
that carry Aminite, you gotta be careful of that.
Dire's bottom tower.
It's pretty hard to deal with. He already has his Sanjin Yasha.
Radiant structures
Yeah.
are fortified.
Still
Yeah, he
leading
does.
the net worth by a little bit of a margin there.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
At least
Dire's
1k ahead of
bottom tower
everyone
is being
else.
attacked. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
All wands will break.
But this Spectre's definitely getting her farm. I mean, if you look, she has 1.5k in the bank. She's going to have to, you know, buy a new item soon. And it looks like she's going for that Diffusal Blade. I always like Diffusal Blade on her. It's very useful.
yeah. I think that's a good pickup, especially at around this time. I'm just glad that she abandoned the Radiance.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it works as long as you get it early enough. But it's hard to do. It's hard to get that
Yeah,
free farm
that's-
that early. And like we were saying before, there was the point at which she only had 5 last hits.
Right.
Like, I mean, how are you getting your farm if you only have 5 last hits?
Right.
And it looks like they know she's in the jungle. They have some wards in here. They're going to try and catch her out, but she's already gone.
Yeah, but that at the same time, you've got 2 observers back to back. So the same
Yeah.
vision that the Radiant have, TD5 also have. So
Yeah, and that's actually a very nice position there. I really like that position as far as it's a good defensive position as well as a nice offense position for the jungle.
I agree.
Gives quite a lot of vision. If you check here, look how far that vision extends from that. Very good. And it looks like everyone's coming into the jungle here. We have Radiant and Dire getting ready for a fight here. They know each other are here.
Yep.
That nice vision like we were saying.
Yep.
But we do have an
But
Eva Zeus that they do not know about.
That's, yes. Yeah.
Getting
Dire's
slowed by
top
the
tower is
defense.
under
And
siege.
I like the initiation that TD5 can have. Blink in, Centaur.
Yeah, for sure.
Zeus is just roaming around. He's just,
Yeah,
just
he
gonna
has
hang
half
out
a
with these guys.
half an invis rune still though, so I mean he can. They have no detection. They have no reason to have detection. The only detection they would have, I think, is for dewarding. But why? I mean, they would have no reason to use it here. And it looks like Centaur is wanting to initiate too.
Yeah.
Zeus does have that force staff, so if one person gets a little bit out of position, they can just kind of
Here we
pick
go.
them off early. Here's the shackle and the ice path. Zeus is going to go straight down. Mystic Flare comes out.
Very
Rubik
good.
doesn't die from it. Oh, there's the double edge. Look at that. Spectre's going to get a kill on the Jakiro.
Twice the murder.
Centaur's gonna wrap up on Wind Ranger.
Skyrath also went down at some point in there. Ooh, but Wind Ranger gets healed by
Very
that
good
Omni Knight. Very
Omni Knight
good.
there.
Being attacked.
It looks like we have the
Stomp.
Necrophos going down as well here. Spectre is extremely low. So is the Ogre Magi.
Tower is taking damage.
Meanwhile, the Wind Ranger does end up going down to the Centaur, but the Centaur, it looks like, went down to the Omni Knight, I think? Yeah.
Radiant's
Wow.
middle tower is being attacked.
Big fight there. Not sure who came out ahead. It looks
Well,
like both teams gained gold and experience from that, so it's hard to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
Radiant's
4 to
bottom
3. I
tower
think
is
it
being
could have.
attacked.
I wish Jakiro had thrown down the ice path and then done the macro pyre, because
Yeah.
the problem was the shackles only last so long.
Yeah,
Omni Knight's gonna get caught out here. He's got to be careful.
he does have that magic immunity there, that spell immunity rather that it's called now,
Yeah.
from the
Radiant's
repel.
bottom tower
That's
under
going to help him
fire.
out because the Zeus was the one chasing him. Looks like we have illusions coming through here. They know they're illusions though because there's 2 of them. And it looks like he's just using them to farm out their jungle. He does not want them to continue getting farmed for the Spectre probably.
Yeah.
Spectre has not died yet. Very good on the Spectre. She is back at full health. She has that Diffusal Blade now. She has that drum. She's used 2 charges on the drum too. It looks like they want to get that Spectre. They're grouping up, but the rest of the Dire team is also kind of grouping up here. They see it coming. More repel. That repel is always very effective. It looks like... Oh! We have repel on from the Rubik on the Ogre Magi. It looks... Spectre's going down here. Spectre ends up going down to the Wind Ranger.
Ogre is so low. Omni's gonna wrap him up, but he's probably gonna pay
Yeah.
for it, I think. Well, he might get away.
He has that repel. That Zeus can't do much to him at all.
Yeah.
And he heals himself up there with his soul ring. Puts that repel back on himself too. He's just gonna walk out. They see him, but what are they gonna do?
There's nothing they can do. It's just, you know, anytime he gets into trouble, he can just soul ring and then purify himself and then get out of there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, they're gonna
they're
follow
chasing him though.
I
They
mean, they're
they
gonna
know they
follow
have
him,
no.
but-
He has no one to run into right now. They know that.
Yep, but they're gonna back away. They
And
get scared.
the Necro does TP in here just in case.
Yep.
He's gonna turn around though, and he's gonna farm the jungle. It looks like off of that. And he just got his Mask of Madness. That's gonna be pretty scary. It's hard to deal with these heroes when you put them out of their normal roles.
Yeah. And it, you know, it's obvious. I think this is something that Zero probably has played quite a bit, because I don't
Yeah.
think anybody could just pick up an Omni and just be like, oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, they have to have done
Dire's
it at
middle
least once.
tower is being attacked.
Ooh, I'm loving this banner from TD5 here. Very pretty. Spectre is coming out here on the Necro. The Necro has a DD. I would be very careful. She uses her Diffusal Blade, slows him down, gets the kill. She gets stuck in that Mystic Flare, though. Meanwhile, the Double Edge is going to go on and stomp on the Skyrath. He's going down to Zeus, it looks like, actually.
Oh, Wind Ranger, you're
Wind
in a
Ranger
bad
going down,
place.
too.
Wounded.
Meanwhile, the Omni Knight is stuck in between him, and he pops the Guardian Angel on himself.
I don't think it's going to be enough.
It's not going to be enough. That Desolate goes
Triple
straight
kill.
through that,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Profit in lecturing
It's,
That's a
it's
team
not
like-
going to save him.
points of the
And they better push off of this. They need to get some more towers down.
Yeah, they do.
One more, they'll be even with towers, but they need to pass them. Because it's still early
Radiant's
game.
middle tower
Spectre's
is being
coming
attacked.
online, that's good. She has a cloak
Radiant
in her
structures are
inventory.
fortified.
I'm not sure what, like, Hood of
Radiant's
Defiance
bottom
and maybe
tower under
Pipe?
fire.
I don't know
No
what she's
more
going
middle
for.
tower
It's
for
definitely
Radiant.
one or the other. As far as Pipe, I would not be against that,
Radiant's bottom tower is being
given
attacked.
that you've got the Mystic Flare coming through.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, I mean, what else is
But
going to
why on Spectre?
Yeah,
Is my
that's-
question. I mean, it does give her that passive magic resist. Maybe she's looking for that. Maybe she'll just stop at a Hood. I
Yeah,
don't know. We'll see.
yeah.
But I mean, Spectre's the one you want to get 5 slotted or 6 slotted rather. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't always count
feel like
boots in
I
6
feel like
slotted, but-
that. I just feel like the Pipe for sure would go better on somebody else.
Yeah. I agree she could do with the nice magic resistance, though. So if that's what she's going for, it's probably a good decision, but it's gonna, I think, fall off by the time she's super effective, you know?
Right.
And she'll have to replace it with something. And
Right.
I mean, it's not shareable, so what are you gonna do with it? The Centaur,
Right.
it looks like, also is building a Pipe. He has a Hood of Defiance already in his inventory, so maybe that's just gonna be passive.
Yeah. Now it does make more sense though to see a Pipe on an offlaner. You know that typically, a Pipe on an offlaner that's definitely acceptable. You got the Ogre just now picking up the mech, so don't know. Looks like we might get some more action mid. They're all pinging.
He has his Stampede up, too. He's definitely prepared here.
Yep. All heroes except Spectre are here.
And Spectre has that haunt. She hasn't used it in a while, so you can be anywhere on the map right now, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywhere she needs to be, at least.
Yep.
Radiant's
And
top
I
tower is being
think
attacked.
that might be the beginning of
Yeah,
stressful-
Spectre's starting to come online here. They're not going to be able to hold this out much longer, I don't think. They need to either shut them down or the game is over, pretty much. It's going to be a long over, but
Yeah. Well,
it's probably gonna be
I
over
was going to
soon.
say I think that's potentially the beginning of stressful gaming saying, "Oh, okay, we're officially scared of Spectre." The fact that they wouldn't
Yeah.
initiate there in the mid, I think that's the beginning of them saying, "Okay, we're
Yeah,
a little
for sure.
scared."
But yeah, I mean, there is definitely that point at which you can't fight the Spectre, but she is not quite online to finish it up yet. But once that happens, you're having trouble, like, because she's just gonna keep going and going and going.
That is a dead Necro at the
Yeah,
tier.
straight down. We have another TP coming in
They
here.
should have. Oh,
Stampede comes out, but that Repel is gonna save him here, it looks like.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
yeah.
And that Spectre's just getting some free farm at bot here. I mean, look at that. Spectre is ahead, by the way, in net worth now. She is the highest net worth,
Yeah.
ahead of Omni
And-
Knight.
And the thing is that if you look at the vision on the map, all of the Radiant
top
wards
tower is
are up
under
top.
siege.
All of them are up there. So
Yeah.
they have no clue what Spectre is doing down here in their jungle.
Yeah,
No clue.
yeah. The only time they know where she is when they have that creep vision of her.
Yeah.
Which they did for a while, but I mean, she could just go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah. And the other thing too is that what this does now is how are stressful gaming supposed to try and farm their jungle right now? And
Yeah.
I just think that this is really good vision coming out from.
Well, and they probably have no
TD5.
idea that this vision even exists. I mean,
No.
this is some pretty good vision of the Radiant jungle.
Yeah, it's great.
And it looks like Skywrath actually accidentally just blocked that medium camp there with that ward. I'm
Yeah, I
pretty sure
think
that's
he
in
did,
range of
yeah.
its spawn zone.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah,
I mean, they haven't been using it a whole lot.
that's true.
It looks like we have action going on here. Spectre. Oh no.
Radiant's middle tower is being
It looks
attacked.
like she was going on someone. My bad. just going for the rune. They just suddenly changed directions. Take these
I
VPs
agree.
sometimes.
There was a there was a pile of blood on that map
Dire's
somewhere
bottom
there.
tower
I saw
under
it when
fire.
I was scrolling that way, so I don't know. It must have been just a
Yeah.
creep or something.
Maybe.
So let's see. Let's look at. I'm gonna look at items real quick here. See what we've got.
Yeah, I'll check out with you too.
Skywrath is only a level 9, which that's gonna become a problem.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, compare the gap there in levels
Yeah.
between him and Omni Knight. Omni Knight level 16, Skywrath 9. Ooh.
You know, you see the Maelstrom on Wind Ranger perhaps to try and catch up a little bit on her farm, because I don't think they've ever recovered from the lack of farm using that aggro try with Windrunner, Jakiro, and Skywrath.
Yeah.
Do you have
Spectre-
the Ags on Necro? I missed that, so that's
Oh
good.
yeah, that's very good.
Yeah.
We have action going on here.
Killing
Looks like they're trying to catch up this Omni Knight while he was doing the Ancients. He's gonna pop that Guardian Angel. They're still taking quite a bit of damage, even though they have that Guardian Angel on them.
Catch up.
He ends up healing himself in the trees, but they caught him out. It's gonna be too late. He puts the repel on them. Spectre is gonna do massive damage to him now, though.
Three
Necro, you're done.
more deaths.
Necro's
than
done.
that's
Gets that
fine.
Reaper Scythe off, but no
Damage.
kills. Team wipe. They're gonna push off of this, I assume.
Yeah,
There's not
they're
much they
just
can
gonna
do
clear
here.
out the creep wave here and get rid of the siege creep,
Radiant's
and
middle
then
tower
this
is
tier
being
2 is
attacked.
gone.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
I mean, look at that.
The only heroes that can kind of do anything
Radiant's
are
middle tower has
Necro
fallen.
and Omni, and they're down for another 30.
Radiant's middle tower
Omni
is
Knight does
taking
have
damage.
that buyback, though. Does not
Radiant
have the Guardian
structures
Angel
are
anymore, though,
fortified.
so that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, and by the way,
Radiant's
Rubik
middle
does.
tower is being attacked.
Yeah. Looking at the items here, not many other items on the Radiant side. Oh, he actually has Guardian Angel up again.
Wicked sick. Ownage.
Jakiro's down.
Kiro's going down, though.
Least I deigned to notice.
The Omni Knight is already down as well.
Radiant's middle tower
Wait, who
has
had...
fallen.
Oh, it must have been Rubik with the Guardian
Radiant's
Angel.
middle
Yeah,
tower
Rubik
surrounded.
stole
I was so
Guardian Angel
confused.
in that last engagement.
Yeah. Here, Omni Knight is back up. He still has to wait for his Guardian Angel again.
Beneath the
Yeah.
trees.
This is going to be a full laner axe.
So that's what happened.
I did not think they'd get the
No
full set, but yeah,
sorceries
it's going to
avail.
be a full set here.
Double kill.
You know, I just realized that that hood, or that cloak rather, does
A vicious
mess up.
double slang.
And we actually have Ogre going down here. Omni Knight's doing work on the Zeus as well. He's gonna chase him down. The Spectre doesn't want to engage because she's so low already too.
Yeah.
And Zeus is gonna go down
Keep
here.
murdering.
Yep.
And
It's a
there's
good turnaround there.
third.
Spectre's
was.
gonna have to go
Radiant's
just
middle
farm up, it
barracks
looks
has
like,
fallen.
while they're able to go around the map, do whatever they want.
Well,
Spectre
you know,
does
I mean,
finish her Manta style. But anyway, back to the cloak. The cloak actually messes up the Reaper Scythe.
Yeah.
Because it's percentage based usually. You base it on the percentage of health they have left, but it can really mess you up when you suddenly have that extra magic resistance.
It's a good point. That's a very good point that obviously neither one of us thought of at the time. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's a very good argument there for the cloak.
So I mean, and it is just a passive cloak. She didn't
Yeah.
build in anything yet.
Nope. That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's a good call by the Spectre. Well, TD5 lost 4 in that engagement, but at the same time, I believe you'll take a lane of racks for 4 heroes all day.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, they have that lane of Rex. Now the Radiant are gonna have to babysit this lane basically, make sure that the larger creeps are not gonna push out their creeps the entire time.
Yep.
Meanwhile, everyone is back up now, and the Radiant are having to back off. As you can see, they're sitting really far back from this. They don't have a lot of map control anymore.
Yeah, the vision up top is completely gone that
Yeah.
they had. All those expired. So
They have a little bit at bottom in their own jungle now,
a little bit, yes.
but that's it.
Yep.
And that's not going to save you when someone suddenly comes in from the river.
Yep.
Looks like we have some stacking and farming of the ancient creeps on the
Yep.
Radiant side. Here comes the Spectre. Oh,
Monster kill.
gets 2 kills really easily. Wow.
Oh boy. Yep.
And they're going to try and catch out this Omni Knight as well. Oh, that looks like they don't know where he is. That's
Yeah,
not
they-
good.
Yeah. No vision up there.
Yeah. Looked like originally they were going to find him. Ooh. Some talk coming between the teams here.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, it's becoming 35 minutes here. The Spectre is a force to be reckoned with at this point. And it looks like she is going to, with those 2 rings of regen, she is going to be completing that Hood of Defiance. And they're going to push out the top lane, it looks like now. They have the mid lane pushed in. They don't need to work on that anymore. They're forced to defend it already. So it looks like Dire is going to just push out top lane while they're forced to defend mid lane. There's not going to be a whole lot that can be done here. They're going to have to rotate in to defend that, but what they're going to be able to do, I'm not entirely sure. The mid lane is going to continue to push itself in when they're not there.
Yeah, it's a pretty bleak situation at this point. I mean, they're trying to defend this top push that's going on, but
yeah, but they abandoned the top push. It looks like they're going to go somewhere else. They may just go farm up here. I'm not sure. Spectre
by the
is
way,
for sure gonna be
Centaur
farming.
took an ancient stack, and that's important because
Radiant's
in
bottom tower is
18
being
gold
attacked.
he will have completed his heart.
Yeah, and actually, if you look here, we have this one ancient creep still there, low health. He decided not to kill it so that it doesn't respawn.
Yep.
Oh, that would be.
And it looks like
there it is. That's
Dire
his
is going to do Roshan here.
And now I'm not sure that they can kill Centaur with this heart.
Yeah, it looks like Omni Knight bought some smoke to try and get in there. I'm not sure it's going to work, though. They're going to at least trying to engage here, though. They're going in without the smoke. Here comes the Spectre ult.
Oh,
There's cheating going on. I am informed
They're gonna melt.
that 3
Yeah.
innocent lives taken.
There's not much they can do. They're going to try and run away.
yep.
They're going to chase the Wind Ranger. They got vision of her temporarily. She is going to run, though. Zeus has a haste. He's going to
Healing.
find her, but oh, here comes the heal.
Oh,
Zeus is going to
this-
go down on this,
Yep.
actually.
Yep.
Dominating.
That was,
Good
that was
turnaround
well
there.
played. That was well
She
played.
was a bit deep,
Yeah.
bit out of position.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a
But-
nice move to get the purification off and take
But
out
yeah.
Zeus.
They're going to finish this Roshan, though,
Yep.
and that's not going to be
Roshan and
good.
the Dire are
Spectre ends up
talking
getting the
about
Aegis, very good
differences,
decision.
really
She's
seeing
almost
cracks,
unkillable as it is, but that's gonna
insecurities in their own
really help
perspectives.
out.
Yep. And like I said, I mean, you've got Centaur with a full heart completed, and now you've got Spectre's got the Aegis.
Yeah, for sure. And Spectre has gotten that defusal too. She's refilled the charges on that, and now it does a bit more than it used to.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's never say never, but man, it's and Jakiro is.
They're catching
done.
out that Jakiro alone. Look at that Desolate. It does its
Yeah.
work.
Another falls on my road.
Action
Oh,
going on
there's a
on the creep
multicast, I
wave
heard
here. Oh my. They're gonna take this tower. There's nothing they can do if they're not grouped up.
Oh, they do have a glyph, but they're not going to use it.
No, they're gonna want to save that for their Rex, I think.
Demolished.
Yeah.
They are grouping up with the Rex.
And are they
We
going to
have
take?
that illusion coming out there. They don't fall for it. They don't even want to try and kill her at the moment, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Oops. Misclicked. There we go. But yeah, I mean, Spectre has a ton of money in the bank. I assume she's saving for buyback and maybe for maybe a Radiance or Heart at this point.
Yeah.
The Radiance would definitely help their push.
Yep.
It's not going to help her farm the same way it would early in the game if she
Right.
got it, but now it's going to help her push the lanes, so that's
Yeah.
definitely useful.
Yep.
But maybe a Heart. I would love to see a Heart. It'll make her pretty much unkillable. So much health, so much
Yep.
regen.
Yep. I would agree with that. They're going to come take this tier 2, and then I think they're just going to
Radiant's
try
top
and see
tower
what
is
lane
under
pushes
siege.
out more, and then try to go high ground.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I would do. And Radiant are trying to turtle up, trying to
Radiant's
keep these
top tower
lanes
is being
pushed out as
attacked.
much as they can, but it's not much. They're pushing themselves in at this point. The tower is going down. They can't even contest. They're defending
Radiant has
this
lost their top
set of
tower.
racks here. Tier 3 tower as well. There goes the pipe. Centaur has the pipe, I believe.
Oh,
Yep.
Stampede.
Skywrath goes straight down. Spectre's
Nobody's
trying to
going
chase the
after
ball.
Omni.
Yeah, I don't think they want to kill him. He's definitely the hardest to kill on their team at this point. And he is going to get that Rubik.
Yeah,
But he's the only one left on the team. He's going
And
to
that's
take some
it.
massive damage
Tower is
there.
under siege.
that's it. Yeah, GG,
And
there's-
that's the GG call. That's a good call. They're going to get the tower before it even
Radiant
procs.
has lost
But
their top tower. Today,
It's-
Well, again,
And a good
in the
decision.
draft, nothing to deal with Spectre, so you always knew you were on the time clock.
yeah, definitely. And they had the Aegis. They could stay in there as long as they wanted, I think.
Yeah,
Good game from
absolutely.
them, though.
Yeah, it was. It was very well played from TD5. Very well.